Moving on, former CRTV sports journalist Fon Echekie says colleague betrayed him simply because of his views about the Amazonian conflict. The revelation came 6 years after the venerated football commentator was coldly left alone until he retired himself 2 years before his legal retirement age. Whereas ace journalists had been given several chances to remain at Cameroon Radio Television after their retirement, the case of this man with wonderful football jargon was propelled by his views on the southern Cameroon's Amazonia conflict. Even before reaching his retirement age, he was already giving cold shoulders. He could have stayed for 5 more years if the general manager wished.
He was interviewed recently on the Canal 2 International. Fon said while in Gabon covering the 2017 African Cup of Nations, which La République Cameroon later won, he was perplexed to see that the state media was showing only a positive side of the armed conflict ongoing in the southern Cameroon's Amazonia. He told his head of mission that it is also good as a media to inform people that all is not well because these can radicalize the Amazonian people. The countenance on the face of Alain Belebi changed. He became more furious when Fon advised that President Paul Biya should release those arrested to calm everyone. According to the Fon, he was told that the head of state cannot do that. He says, I told him he's the father of the country and if there is a problem, he could call them and resolve the problem. He told me it was not possible. The president cannot receive people like that. Now, this is what the Fon narrated.
The Fon also revealed that his downfall was imminent after their return, and it was just a matter of time. He also said Alain asked him, is that how you speak? So if we go back to Yaoundé after the African Cup of Nations, will you go back to Bamenda? Belebi retorted. The Fon replied no, that he'll remain in Yaoundé, but the atmosphere was already tense at the period. And he said when they went back to Yaoundé, his attitude changed towards the Fon. He doesn't know what he told the general manager, but then they had to go to the Unity Palace, that is the presidential residence, to receive the indomitable lions after the AFCON. He was in George Ewane's car, that's his colleague who we talked to. He asked him why did Alain Belebi think that he is radical, and he told him that something happened in Libreville.
The journalist said when he returned to the Cameroons, he was appointed to work in the secretariat of the same Alain Belebi on the radio. When he refused to work there, citing partially in Belebi's handling of professional issues, CRTV passed an announcement that he had abandoned duty. Meanwhile, he was presenting a program on television at the time.
Now, that's the plight of southern Cameroons in La République. Even in appointment, they are relegated and marginalized. As such, many journalists in active service within the colonial Yaoundé annexationist government are no longer professionals. They fear telling the truth and have turned to press singers condoning with the ills of the failed regime for the fear of the unknown. Any journalist who wants to be professional has to leave the country or face the guillotine.